Greetings everyone, Joseph James here with your term and quiz of the day, brought to you guys by theschooloftrade.com. Here's how it works. At the end of this video, there's going to be a quiz. If you know the answer to this quiz, guys, click the link in the description page. Okay, so in the description of the video, there'll be a link that says, I know the answer. Click that link, guys, and the first 5 correct answers are going to qualify for a free beginner's course, up to 20% off the advanced course, flat screen monitors, optical mouse, and guys, all the rules are posted right there in the description as well. If you want more information, drop us an email, sales@schooloftrade.com, and we'll send you guys more information how you can participate in the quiz of the day. Now, the term today is trader's tax. Now, last week I was meeting with my CPA, my tax advisor here in the U.S., and I would obviously recommend you guys do the same. Of course, I am not a licensed tax preparer. I'm simply a small day trader, of course, wanting to help you guys out. So make sure you talk to a licensed tax preparer, guys. I am not that person. But the term of the day today, guys, is trader tax. Now, guys, when it comes to paying income tax on futures, right? Of course, hopefully we all have that problem this year. Lots of options, right? As a trader, you can trade stocks, options, right? Forex, futures. Okay, well, guys, there are lots of options. Which ones are the best? Well, stocks and Forex are traded as securities. Now, there's a big difference, guys, because futures have a significant advantage because they're classified differently. They're classified as a commodity, which means you're going to have to be taxed at a lower percentage rate. Now, once again, guys, I want to remind you guys, talk to a licensed tax preparer before you guys go filing your taxes this year here in the U.S., right? I am not that person, but I want to make sure you guys are aware there's a big difference here between, of course, income taxes on stocks and Forex traders and futures traders, because futures are classified as a commodity, whereas stocks and Forex are classified as securities. Now, let's look at the two main categories, right? Two main categories here. The first one is securities, okay, so stocks and Forex. Now, in this case, guys, capital gains or capital losses are reported on a Schedule D as ordinary capital gains, which means it can be taxed at your income bracket. Now, this, of course, may sound fine until you realize the comparison to commodities. As a futures trader, you are classified as earning income as a commodities trader, which means your capital gains and losses are reported differently, right? They're reported on a 6781 form, which has a split. A 60% split for long-term capital gains and a 40% for short-term capital gains. So rather than getting taxed on your income bracket, which as a securities trader may be 35%, as a commodities trader, as a futures trader, you'll be taxed 60% of that at long term and 40% at short term. Now, it has a combined or kind of a blended savings rate of about 12%. Okay, so you're going to combine of 23%, which is going to save you about 12 to 15% as a commodities trader. Now, again, everyone will be slightly different here, but this is about the basic fundamentals behind these two main categories. Now, let's use an example. Let's say you earn $100,000 this year. That's pretty good year. As a stock or a Forex trader, you're going to pay 35%, right? If you're $100,000 or more here in the U.S., you're in that 35% tax bracket. Kind of a bad place to be as a stock trader, which means you're going to pay 35% of that $100,000, right? I don't need a calculator. I can do that math pretty easily. That's $35,000 cutting a check to the IRS at tax time. Now, if I'm a futures trader, let's look and see how much money we save here. It's actually pretty substantial. Remember that 60-40 split. 60% at 15%, and then 40% of your income at 35%. So I'm going to take my $100,000 total, take 60% of that, which is $60,000. That's taxed at 15%, which is long-term capital gains. So I'm going to pay $9,000, and then I take the 40% of my income, which is $40,000, at the short-term capital gains rate of 35%. Now remember, as a stock trader, we were taxed on 35% for the total income. On futures, I'm only getting 35% taxes on only 40%, a small portion of it. So I cut a check for $9,000 for the first portion, $14,000 for the second portion. That totals $23,000 at tax time. And guys, would you rather pay $23,000 or pay $35,000? Well, I would much rather pay the lower of the two. So you save $12,000 by earning your income with futures. And again, the reason is because of the classification. Now, here's quiz time. All right, guys, close the books up. Close the books up. Eyes on your own quiz. All right, that's okay. You can rewind if you want. Quiz time, guys. For income tax purposes in the U.S., futures are different than Forex and stocks because they're classified as what? Are they classified as exchange traded? Are they securities? Are they options on futures? Or are they commodities? Guys, we talked about that. 2 classifications, right? Remember that? Stocks and Forex are different because they're classified differently. So how are futures different than Forex? They're classified as, is it exchange traded, securities, options on futures, or are futures classified as commodities, right? How are they classified? Because that's the reason why we get such a great big discount come tax time. Guys, if you know the answer, if you do, in the description, there's a link there. Click on that link, guys, and you might qualify for a free beginner's course, 20% off advanced course membership, guys, and you'll post your video on our blog. Now, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 7:45 Eastern Time in our live trade room. We give you a free 3-week trial to come out and join us. And if you have any questions along the way, guys, drop us an email, sales@schooloftrade.com. My name is Joseph James. Hope this helped you guys get prepared for tax time. And again, I want to remind you guys, make sure you contact somebody you trust, a licensed tax preparer, guys. I'm just a simple old day trader, trying to help you guys out. All right, guys, hope the quiz helped. See you guys tomorrow morning. Bye-bye for now.